Hello, my name is Anne Frank. I am 13 years old. I was born in Germany the 12th of June, 1929. My family and I are Jewish, so we must go into hiding. The year is 1942. Mother woke me up and made me dress in as many clothes as possible before we left. I imagine I looked rather silly walking in the middle of July all bundled up like that. We will be living with the Van Dans and their son Peter. I've never met them, but Father says he owes Mr. Van Dan, who helped him when we first arrived in the country. When we finally got to our new home, I was overcome with curiosity and wonder. I explored all corners of the annex, becoming used to our hiding place. I was very excited to find out that Peter had a cat. I had to leave mine at home, so it'll be nice to have an animal to play with. His name is Mushi, and Peter just adores him. Peter told me that he goes to Jewish secondary, too. I never saw him around. He said he saw me in a crowd of people. He's terribly shy. Peter burned his yellow star today. I just couldn't bear to do it. It is, after all, the Star of David. I just didn't feel right about it. Father brought all of my movie stars, and even a picture of Queen Wilhelmina. At the bottom of the box was a diary. Pim got me a diary. I was so excited. Now I can write about everything that happens and never forget my time here. Pim told me I must never go beyond the annex door, not even to listen to the radio. We must remain in this attic until after the war. Peter is the most intolerable, insufferable boy ever. I try to have some fun by simply borrowing his clothes, and he suddenly becomes irate. No one here understands me. Mr. and Mrs. Van Dan quarrel more than I've ever heard grown-ups quarrel before, constantly down each other's throats about the most pointless things, cigarettes, their son, and so much more. I've decided, as soon as I get out of here and finish school, I'm going to Paris to be a dancer or a singer or something wonderful. Mr. Kraler asked us to allow a man named Dussel to live with us. As crowded as it is, I'm not sure if that was a good idea. He is to share a bedroom with me. I hope he's a nice guy. Mr. Dussel told me the de Walls are gone. My dearest Joby, taken away. I cannot fathom the depths of my sorrow for losing her. I had a terrible dream last night. I was screaming. I woke the entire house. Mother tried to baby me, of course, but I wanted Pim. I dreamed the Green Police would come to take us away. We celebrated Hanukkah tonight. It was great. I gave everyone their gifts. We were having fun until we heard a noise downstairs. When Peter went to turn off a light, he fell, making an awful commotion. We all fear for our lives now. A year, 5 months, and 25 days we've been hiding. Meat brought us a cake for New Year's. Too bad Mother spoiled it by bringing up the poor people in the camps. What's the good of thinking of misery when you're already miserable? Peter comforted me after Mother and my quarrel. It's nice to know that I'll have someone to talk to. I had a date with Peter today. We talked over sodas. It was so nice to spend time with him like that. He kissed me. It was only on the cheek, but still, I felt so lightheaded. Mother caught Mr. Van Dan stealing food last night. It was awful. She threatened to throw them out. I couldn't bear to think about losing Peter. They'd be caught, I'm sure. Meep came today and informed us the invasion has begun. I was so overjoyed. Just think, the war might be over soon. We were all so grateful. We apologized for everything we'd done. Mr. Dussel was panicking because the phone kept ringing in the office below. Pim assured him it meant nothing. Peter and I spent a portion of our afternoon in his bedroom, basking in the sunlight that was pouring through the skylight. It was wonderful to spend my last moments of freedom this way. Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of screeching tires below. The Green Police had finally come for us. And it is with great sadness I say goodbye. Goodbye, Margot. Goodbye, Mr. Dussel. Goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Van Dan. Goodbye, Peter. Goodbye, Mother, and goodbye, Father. Goodbye, freedom, and hello, hope.